Level 1 and 2 students typically make up the RTI population and belong to multiple subgroups, so they count multiple times when tallying points from the state tests. But how can teachers get Level 1 and 2 students who aren't motivated or engaged to make at least 1 year's growth? One answer is PENDA. Solving 1 and 2-step linear equations is a critical 6th grade standard in algebra, forming the cornerstone of the next 3 years of mathematics courses. So how do we get students engaged in this standard so they want to learn it? PENDA uses proven brain research theories of learning to help students master critical concepts and standards via the PENDA's 4 pillars for learning. Pillar 1 is scaffolding. Most PENDA activities have around 10 screens and take around 10 minutes for students to complete. The first couple of screens are used for scaffolding. This is screen 1 of 9. Scaffolding covers the prior knowledge needed to complete the activity, putting students in what Vygotsky termed the zone of proximal development. Students are encouraged to try again when they get answers wrong, but marks are awarded only when they answer correctly on their first attempt. Note there are 24 marks available in this activity, which are used to assess the student's mastery of this standard. PENDA also strategically places yellow remember pens throughout an activity that students can refer to if they don't understand. Once students begin to master the task, the remember pen can be removed and the students are able to complete the task unassisted. Screens 3 through 7 are for practicing content using pillar number 2, schemas. Schemas are a set of linked mental representations of the world used to understand and respond to situations. This reflects Piaget's theories of cognitive development that students develop from concrete thinkers to abstract thinkers by developing mental representations of the content they are learning. Here, students are able to see the blocks move, visualize the concept being taught, and relate it to an object. When students are later presented with the same standard without the visuals, the brain will still conjure the image because a connection has been made through the use of PENDA. Using schemas leads to long-term memory and increases test scores. Additionally, using visual schemas are very helpful for RTI students and Level 1 and 2 students. Pillar 3 is choice. Here the learner may choose to view the animation if needed, or not if they can complete the task without using a visual schema. Brain research and learning has shown that if students can choose their learning, or portions of it, they are more likely to store that content in long-term memory for easy retrieval and application. They will also be more engaged and invested in linear equations because it has personal meaning. The use of choice is very facilitative for RTI students and Level 1 and 2 students. The last couple of screens are for culminating and extending the content learned. We call this equilibration, pillar number 4. Here students are presented with new content on the standard that goes beyond the earlier schema. This stretches the learner's skill set, which in turn drives cognitive development as the brain seeks to restore balance by mastering the new challenge presented. This is especially effective when teaching difficult standards such as 1 and 2-step linear equations. Finally, PENDA is built on the most recent research-based educational practices as evidenced by the use of avatars. According to Robert Sylvester, professor at University of Oregon, students learn through their emotions first and must do so for long-term memory to take place. Having students create an avatar and compete against other students engages the portion of the brain that facilitates authentic student engagement, long-term memory activation, and personal connection. In summary, PENDA has created a learning experience that's researched and evidence-based, which provides a powerful tool for teachers to get Level 1 and 2 students to engage with and master challenging standards like 1 and 2-step linear equations. So lose the worksheets and use PENDA instead.